Well, we can put stands out at the WMA 14 days prior to deer season. Deer season, opening day, September 6th. We get a fuzzy horn hunt. So, I'm gonna go place a few stands, 6 o'clock. It's been getting 2 million degrees and it's hot. And anyway, I'll try to make a little scouting video of it. Got points on my map. A lot of them scouted last year, some of them scouted this year. I know we're 5 4-year plus old deer are. A couple of them bumping 140-ish, I would say. Not that matters to me. It's not the size of the deer's horns. I like it's about the game. I enjoy hunting deer. So, it's like a game of cat and mouse. You know, people say, oh, this is just a stupid animal, set them deer stand and kill them. Well, I guess you could, and that's a possibility, but I like to go after them. I always have. I've been chasing them since I was 14 years old in the woods. I've killed more on my beat than I have in a deer stand. I need 6 a year. Well, that's what we eat, deer meat. So between me and my wife, and we try to get, many as we can. 6 will get us through, but it's like anything else. We're getting low, but it's getting time. So hang on, everybody, because it's a retro adventure time. See how I did right there. Anyway, we're gonna go put a stand up, and one of these places I've been to, I like to put them on the edge of cutovers this time of year. It's where the deer like to be. A lot of food out there. It's like a big food plot. Can't put corn out in these parts of the country. You can on your deer lease, and I have one of those too. But hunting public ground, nah. It's about the. You gotta be like an Indian. You gotta go chase them down. Anyway, stay tuned. Peace out. Alright, here's the setup I like to use right here, everybody. I'm gonna take this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's say 8 foot lean-to. Lightweight, don't weigh but probably 20 pounds. And I'm gonna just carry it out there where I want it, set it up. But I use these little ones because you can just pick them up and pull the seat off if you need to, and throw them in your truck or move them around. You gotta move them around out here every so many days, 14 days, you gotta move them. So you get you a little one like this. I don't know about none of that saddle crap, so I don't do all that, but I'm usually on the ground. And I do have a climber. I'll climb some of these trees like out there on the edge of that cutover. But anyway, so let's get going. I'm just gonna throw it on my shoulders and let it balance itself. Here we go. So when my little girl was younger, she was probably about 2, on my days off, I'd go deer hunting and whatnot. I used to put her on this, I'd let her sit up here like a Egyptian princess, and I'd carry this deer stand in the woods where I want it. I had this deer stand for, well, she's 21. She was 2 when I started doing it, so that tells y'all anything. But we're still at it. Alright, so we're gonna go to that yellow dot. Probably gonna put the deer stand right there, maybe right there. We're gonna go to the yellow spot. You'll notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 or 5 edges right there that meet. We got about 150 yards to go. So let's get to it. All right, we made it to the destination. What it is the loggers have a old logging road goes right up through the middle of this. When they thinned it a couple years ago, there's a logging road all the way around it, and it butts up against this oak flat. So theoretically, the deer are gonna be bedded up there, and maybe over here in this old cutover. It's about a 4-year-old stand of pines, thick wood. So we'll walk over and look. That's why I set up camp, because early in the season there ain't no acorns over here, so it'd be dumb to set up a deer stand over here if there ain't no acorns. So what do a deer do till then? Well, they graze on this old cutover over here. Not to mention a wild Jimmy hole. So, got a old logging road around this thing over here. Bedding area, stand of tines. They'll be grazing out there like cows. You know what I'm saying? Could be bedded up over there, but this is like a funnel. Comes down through here. So this is the narrowest part of this whole area. So if you'll see that road right there coming out of that, so I can see this whole area right here. There went a deer right there. So that's a good sign. All right. I could set it up right here. Could set it up right here in this tree. So, cause we got like lane here, lane here, lane over here, it's like a big X. Different transitions all coming together. It's a point of interest because depending on which way the wind blows, the buck will come to this point, and then he will follow that edge out to wind those down, upwind. So naturally they're gonna be feeding in this, but probably wouldn't venture off in there until nighttime. It's too open. A lot of people don't realize that. You're very rarely gonna see a buck out there. They're gonna be near it, bedded up, and they'll feed in there right at dusk dark on the edge if they can, and then move on in there when it gets dark. But they're gonna get on the edge of it so they can wind it, see what's in there. Humans, pigs, whatever. And pigs and deer don't get along. I mean, you know, they tolerate each other, but they're not fans of each other. And the reason you can get closer to pigs than deer's smarter than pigs, but the reason you can get closer to them is because they are a predator. They don't care. It's like a bear walking through the woods. If he smells you, he'll run off. Pigs, yeah, they'll smell you and run off because they know you're a predator. But they are not concerned with anything else out here besides Bigfoot. So I'm probably gonna go set up over there on this corner where all these different transitions are meeting, different landscapes. You got a pine thicket, oak flat, big standing tall pine trees. You got a growed up road right here in the middle, probably bedding. So I'm probably gonna put my deer stand like right out in this area so I can observe this whole corner right there. And we'll go from there. Like I said, the way I hunt is I come in here, I sit back, I watch, I move, and I move, and I move, and I move. Closer and closer and closer. I don't just go in there and just set up right in the middle of the road, standing there like a stop sign. Hey, look at me, you know. They say I hunt like a Sasquatch. That's what. This way, if you get over in that corner, it's blowing that way, so it's swirling right in here. You don't. I mean, so the deer are definitely gonna come here to pick up wind and see which direction to head. So, all right, I picked this big tree because look here. Once I set up there, I can silhouette with that tree. Now I'm gonna get some of these little shrubs out here growing. I'm gonna cut them off, and I'm gonna poke them in back there so it'll break up my silhouette a little bit. I'll show you. Here's the view. If it's gun season, you can sit back further. That road, logging road's right there. Of course, the pig wall, I wouldn't worry about that. But I mean, if they come in, that's the extra bonus. There's a corner right there, goes that way. This one, there's a corner right over there, goes that way. So it all comes here. Corner, 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 funnel, it all centers here. So it's like a four-way stop. Crossroads. Here's how I did it. Show those limbs down in there. Now on the way in here, when I go hunting, I'm gonna grab some pine limbs and stick down in here. That's a good cover scent. And camouflage. So, one last thing before we go. Hi. Always flag your deer stand. It's your magic marker. Put your name on it. Name, number, address, date. There you go. Follow the rules, guys. Follow the rules. Let's get out of here.